Hey there, welcome to the latest edition of 5 Minutes with Megan, where today we're talking all about adhesives. So grab your favorite tape runner and glue dots and take a look at some of these tips and tricks. First, we're going to talk about temporary adhesive. And my favorite thing to do with temporary adhesive is print my journaling onto a journaling card. So I have a 3" by 4" journaling card here, and I'm just double checking the space, the white space that I have there to print my journaling. So I'm taking measurements of that. Next, I'm going to open a letter-sized file in Photoshop Elements. So it's 8.5 inches by 11 inches because that's what I print onto. And I'm going to move my guidelines to fit the same dimensions that I measured on my journaling tag. From there, I'm going to create a horizontal type tool and type my journaling. Once that's done, I'm going to print out the journaling on my 8.5 inch by 11 inch paper, and being sure that when I print in my print settings, there is no border, so no extra space on the edges that the printer is adding. Next, I'm going to use my removable adhesive to add to my journaling tag, and I'm going to put my paper against a window or a bright spot. If you have a light box, that would work, or a lampshade, and I'm going to line up my journaling tag to make sure it's even and stick it to the paper. Once that's done, I'm going to put the same piece of paper back into my printer, being sure I know which way it's going to feed. And then I'm going to print with the exact same print settings without any border, printing my journaling neatly onto the journaling tag. To remove that adhesive, all you need to do is wipe the adhesive off of the back of the tag with your thumb, and it should come off in a big glob, leaving it unsticky and ready to be placed in your project. Next, I have a fun tip on how to get things unsticky. So I often move embellishments around on my layout, and these chipboard stickers are extra sticky. So if that gets stuck on your photo or your background layer, it's going to do some damage. So what I use is this small travel size baby powder at my desk. All you need is just a tiny little bit, wipe it off the back, and your chipboard piece or cardstock sticker is no longer sticky, and you can find a good place for it on your layout without doing any damage. Sometimes I have a hard time keeping my rubber stamps on my acrylic blocks, so I often use permanent adhesive to just put on the top of that rubber stamp to keep it on my block to be sure that it won't move while I'm stamping. And then it sticks to my block perfectly. Okay, so let's talk about washi tape. So if you have a stamped image that also has a saying and you don't want to use the saying, you can use washi tape to mask that saying off. So once you've covered what you want to cover, ink up your stamp. And then carefully remove that washi tape, being sure not to smear your fingers, and stamp your image. You can also do this if you want to remove a certain word out of an entire phrase on a stamp. And if you're anything like me, you have some extra washi laying around to spare for this. You can also use washi to hold things in place, like a stencil or a mask when you're using spray mist or an art medium. And you can also use it to hold your dies in place when you need your dies in a specific spot without damaging your paper. If you have a lot of brads but you don't have a special tool to put them in the center of your page, you can use heavy-duty scissors or cutters to cut off the end of the brad and then adhere a glue dot on the underside so you can use it wherever you'd like. Last but not least, use the edges of your dimensional adhesive to create shaker embellishments for your projects. By cutting these negative pieces into thin strips and lining onto an acetate window lined shape, you can create your own shaker card by filling the inside with sequins and glitter and backing with a piece of cardstock. Be sure to check out the card I created using these fun techniques on the SCT blog today, and you can find that link in the video notes. We'd love to hear your tips on adhesive in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching, and happy creating!